There are two distinct forms of belly fat, and both are notoriously difficult to shift. Visceral fat, which is retained in the abdominal cavity and can lead to major health issues, is even more irritating than the fat that covers your abs. Keeping your waistline slim not only makes you look better, but it may also extend your life. The incidence of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and cancer is all increased in people with larger waist sizes. You can't diet to lose just the fat around your midsection. Johns Hopkins Director of Clinical and Research Physiology Kerry Stewart, ed.d. As the author puts it, losing weight overall will help shrink your waistline. More importantly, it will help reduce the dangerous layer of visceral fat, a type of fat within the abdominal cavity that you can't see, but that heightens health risks. People who are already lean should not worry about their visceral fat percentage, because this fat type decreases along with total body fat as weight loss progresses. In a hypercaloric experiment, Roskvist and co-workers evaluated the effects of consuming more polyunsaturated vs saturated fat, finding that the latter had a greater impact on individuals' visceral fat levels. Visceral fat accumulated more with the high saturated fat diet than with the high polyunsaturated fat diet. Here's how to get rid of the fat and focus on what is really important. Cut back on carbohydrates instead of fats. Studies at Johns Hopkins found that people who followed a low-carbohydrate diet for 6 months lost an average of 10 pounds more than those who followed a low-fat diet for the same amount of time, 28.9 versus 18.7 pounds. Although fat is the primary target of weight loss, it is undesirable that lean tissue, muscle, be lost as well. Loss of roughly 2 to 3 pounds of healthy lean tissue along with the fat occurred on both diets, with the low-carb diet resulting in a considerably higher fat loss percentage. Stewart claims that the higher quality of weight loss is yet another advantage of the low-carb diet. Choose a diet that will help you lose weight and maintain it. One advantage of adopting a low-carb diet is that you don't have to track calories to see results. A low-carb diet typically involves replacing high-carb, high-sugar meals like bread, bagels, and soda with lower-carb, higher-fiber options like vegetables, legumes, and lean meats. It's important to choose 18 of your top food choices to incorporate into your diet because if you enjoy what you're eating, you're more likely to keep it up. A knowledge of the food groups is also helpful. When I say your 18 favorite foods, I mean 18 meals that are reasonably healthy choices across the food groups, not your 18 favorite foods that are sugary. What are you thinking? Do you think I would tell you to eat just anything you like? Many processed foods and snacks have substances that make it hard to lose weight, such as trans fats, added sugar, and salt or sodium. Avoid processed foods if you really want to trim your waistline. It's impossible to improve your health while also indulging in sugar-based, high-carbs foods. Instead, you should focus on finding healthier alternatives to the foods you already enjoy eating. Returning to your 18 healthy favorites, there are 6 of them: meat or high-protein sources, fat, fibrous vegetable sources, starch, milk, and fruit sources. Pick your 3 favorite meals from each category, and you'll have a balanced diet that will keep you slim for good, not just until your next diet. Stay on the go. Abdominal fat can be burned off by working out. According to Stewart, you get a lot of bang for your buck on body composition when it comes to exercise. He argues that exercise is effective for losing belly fat in particular because it lowers insulin levels. Insulin is a hormone that tells the body to store fat and prompts the liver to use up fatty acids, particularly from surrounding visceral fat deposits. How much exercise you need to lose weight is goal-specific. The average person needs 30 to 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous exercise daily. Increasing lean muscle mass through even moderate strength training in addition to aerobic exercise increases resting metabolic rate and exercise calorie expenditure. The benefits of resistance exercise for fat loss, and particularly for belly fat loss, are substantial. First of all, doing resistance training during a fat loss phase greatly improves the odds that you will see less muscle loss than would otherwise be the case. Many people who focus solely on fat loss without using weights are disappointed with the results since they look less muscular and shredded than they had hoped for. Keeping your muscular mass is an excellent strategy for keeping your shape. The more muscle or lean mass you lose during a diet, the more likely it is that you will regain some of the fat you lost later, according to some very high-quality studies published within the previous few years. Pay more attention to how your clothes fitting than to the number on the scale. Even if the number on the scale doesn't budge while you gain muscle and lose fat, you'll notice a difference in how loose your trousers are feeling. A more accurate indicator of development. To lower your risk of heart disease and diabetes, Your waist circumference should be less than 35 inches for women and less than 40 inches for men. Some people get frustrated when they don't see rapid results in the reduction of belly fat, even if they have seen some changes on the scale or improvements in other areas of the body. These people may give up or try to speed up the process by drastically decreasing their calorie intake or increasing their cardio, neither of which are sustainable. Therefore, they will stray from the intended course and eventually give up. To begin, know that you will likely need to go leaner than you think in order to lose belly fat, unless you naturally have very little body fat on your abs and core. While you wait for the fat to disappear from your belly, focus on the other areas of your body, like your face, shoulders, and legs, and be proud of the progress you've made there. Have faith that these challenging areas will begin to show signs of improvement over time. If you like this video, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and turning on notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. Also, check out the rest of our videos while you're here.